It's Monday, April 13th, 2026. Incredible news today. The Straits of Hormuz, my goodness, oil shock. Iran, the blockade. Reminds me of Cuba back in the early 1960s. What's going on, people? Hey, everyone, welcome. A lot of news today. Bitcoin's pumping. Stock market's back up. The blockchain stocks are rocking and rolling. Stay with me though. Check this out. So stocks recover as Oracle leads software companies higher. Oracle's pumping. Oracle's made a big capex in the build out of data centers for the artificial intelligence. So I go over the news real quick here on geopolitics and socioeconomics, and then I formulate a trading plan. Not financial advice, I have to say that. S&P minis up 29 points. The NASDAQ 100 minis up 129. What a recovery. Dow futures back up 30 points. The VIX at 21. The Dixie at 98.39. The 10-year at 111-060. Crude oil, though, is up $3 to approximately $100 a barrel. Nat gas at 2.636. Gold is off $33 at $47.54. Silver's off about $1, trading at $75.50. So this is what we have. Oracle, though, huge capex, on such. So NVIDIA, Tesla, SanDisk, Micron Technologies, Mr. Softy, Palantir's back up today. Amazon's amazing. Intel's active Intel's now above 65 at 65.48. Broadcom's active, and Oracle trading 4 million shares, up 11%. Unreal. Western Digital's pumping, up 1,000% in the last 52 weeks. And the chart of the day is SanDisk, SNDK. Oil's dipping, S&P's back up, gold hanging in there, the VIX is dipping. Is the war over? My goodness, we shall see. So this is what's being reported on Yahoo Finance. Let's see on CNN. Let's look at the left. CNN is reporting Trump threatens to sink Iranian fast attack ships that come near the blockade. The Pope says he has no fear of the Trump administration after president's criticism. The president Trump warned that the U.S. Navy would deploy the same tactics used against alleged drug boats. So, peace in the Middle East. Will Elon be forced to explain what he did inside of Doge, the doggy coin or the Doge coin? So this is what we have. Things are heating up. The oil market's up. He's going to blockade the Straits of Hormuz. Let's see what Fox News is reporting. I look at both sides. Trump doubles down on scathing criticism of Pope Leo after refusing to apologize. So now this is what we have on Fox News. Okay, so I know you can hear the mouse clicking. They're running a short video, about 4 minutes today. But let's look at Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance is reporting today, the stock market's made a rebound. Stocks are mixed after Trump orders the Strait of Hormuz blockade against Iran. The deadline arrives for the U.S. blockade to begin, which Iran has vowed to meet with attacks across the Gulf. U.S. plans to intercept, divert, or capture oil ships leaving Iran. And also, too, the consumer prices are beginning to rise faster than Americans' wages. A hyperinflation is here. The oil price is going up. Fuel cost is like $4.25 a gallon here in Florida. It says Wall Street is delusion about Mideast conflict. things rarely move in a straight line on the Iran war. Goldman Sachs news, Dell HP shares jump on acquisition speculation. Is Dell going to acquire Hewlett Packard, or is Hewlett Packard going to purchase Dell, or is NVIDIA going to purchase all three? My goodness. All right, Amazon leading Magnificent Seven. AI stocks are back up, pumping again. Altman's home targeted. Okay. Home sales sank in March, casting a pale in the forecast. So the buyer strike. Trending tickers. Here's what's trending. Bitcoin is up about 2% at 72,329. Oracle again up 11% to 153.25. Goldman Sachs active off about 2%. Revolution Media up 39%. And ConAgra does a dippy dip. So this is what we have, folks. Oil market. Well, let's see. Top gainers. Revolution, Xanadu, Quantum. The quantum computing stocks are active again. Quantum computing and Bitcoin and the blockchain. And Fastenal stock is off 7%. Boston Beer is off 5%. PG&E. Nokia. The most active stocks, Nokia, Hologic, NVIDIA, Intel again very active, and Palantir's back up today. So we shall see. This is what's being reported on the news. Let's look at the Iran news here. See, I know you can hear the mouse clicking, so I kind of read the news and see for myself how to stay relevant. So the New York Slimes is reporting deadline passes for U.S. blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. military blockade on Iranian ports, the Strait of Hormuz. Trump warns Iran, U.S. military blockade. So, House Dems plan for Thursday Iran vote. So things are heating up politically. BBC here, post Iranian ports take effect on the blockade. So the blockade news today. So that's what we have. Al Jazeera. Let's see what they're looking on the other side of the political news here. Iran war updates. Trump says U.S. to block the Hormuz, the Strait of Hormuz. And the IRGC, though, insists that the straits are open. So you get the fog of war and then the propaganda machine about each side, claiming victory, who wins, so who loses. So we shall see. We don't know what to really expect here. And then look at Iranian International, kind of looking at their domestic news. Trump threatens Iranian ships as U.S. blockade of Iran port takes effect. So this is what we have for the Straits of Hormuz. Finland president says Iran holds leverage due to control of the Hormuz. I had read this, the Strait of Hormuz is actually part of Iran's territory. They can control it. Just like comparable would be the U.S. And its territory has the Mississippi River. It's the same comparable type scenario. So, they can shut it down if they want to, I guess. I try to stay apolitical. So this is what's going on, folks. Got a lot of news here. I don't run commercials on my channel, but you can check this out. I recently penned an ebook that you can read for free on Amazon Kindle titled Runway 101, Introduction to Generative AI for Creators. So my ebook, Runway 101, it'll introduce you how to use generative AI and agentic AI. You'll learn how to transform your ideas from imagination to reality in minutes, not months. Check out the links below, again, on my ebook on Runway 101 course, the epic course there. So that's what we have. So my trading plan is, all right, I'm watching the S&P 500. I'll dollar cost average it. Bitcoin, I'll DCA Bitcoin today. Bitcoin looks the high today at 11:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time was at 72,454.56, and it just broke out. So never too high to buy. I mean, 2 weeks ago, Bitcoin was at 66,000. So now it's trading above, 72,000. So I've been dollar cost averaging Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP and Solana. Man, so my trading plan, again, not financial advice. You got to read the risk disclosure below, but I'll dollar cost average again. Bitcoin today, it's pumping nice, up 2.25%. I'll DCA the S&P 500 ETF, SPY ETF, the blockchain ETF, BKCH, up about 4%, looking good. And then Block, BLOK. And then Solana. Solana's doing okay, but I want to see the breakout here on Solana. But the big caps are looking good. So tell me what you think. People, leave comments below. My channel's getting a lot of traction, a lot of views and everything. And so looking at Pixel, look at Pixel. And then the Bitcoin, is doing great. Pixel's up today, about 41% on Pixel. So it had a dippy dip there in this last week, off about 75% dip, and now it's pivoting back up again. So Pixel's still active. And then the official Trump coin, Trump, and then Melania coin, BTC. Let's check out official Trump, $2.80. Trump, looking good. It's off in the last month, off about 27%. So that's what we have, folks. Tell me what you think. Bitcoin's pumping. Solana's pumping up about 2.32%, looking great. So that's the news for today. And let's see what else we have here. CNN, Fox News, the BBC, looking at Yahoo Finance. Is Dell Computer in play? Is NVIDIA going to purchase Dell Computer? What about Supermicro Computer? Let's take a look at SMCI. And then haven't heard much out of MicroStrategy recently. Okay, Dell Computer, let's research that. Could have an arbitrage scenario going on there. So let's see what we got. Dell, up 6% to 189. Dell, they're in Round Rock, Texas. Dell's $100 billion buyback. Boy, they've been buying back shares. Dell initiated with peer perform at Wolf Research. So we got news on Dell, HP, Hewlett Packard, HPQ. So let's see what's going on with HPQ. Up also too, very actively traded on possible merger arbitrage news. HP IT company, they're based in Palo Alto, California. They're founded in 1939. They pay a big dividend too, about 7%. So why is HP down 6.5% after beating revenue expectations? So this is what we have. Oracle, and the Oracle's big play on data centers. Artificial intelligence is here, plus a quantum computing. Oracle up over 11%, huge volume, huge recovery in Oracle shares. Oracle rockets 11% higher as AI utility tools and technical buying collide in heavy trading. Is that a short squeeze? What's going on with Oracle? And SaaS, SaaS stocks try to recover. CRM is up 5%, Oracle, Microsoft. So the software trade stock is back on because of the use of the artificial intelligence. So that's what we have, folks. Incredible news, war, rumors of wars, peace in the Middle East. The stock market likes it though. It seems like, and oil, what's going on with the oil market, trading at around $100 a barrel. The technical levels for the oil breakout is $150 a barrel, and then adjusted for inflation would be $250 a barrel. So we still have some price action to go. So that's what we have. Ethereum is rocking and rolling. Bitcoin, all the cryptocurrency mining stocks. I own all these shares too. I'll go over this real quick here. Not financial advice, man, but check this out, guys. Iron Limited up huge today. Stock symbol IREN up about 6%, doing awesome. Coinbase, Bitminer Immersion Technologies, stock is pumping up in pre-market, right at the about 3.25%, doing great. Bitminer Applied Digital APLD, doing wonderful. Doing up, man. They were up 5%. So my synthetic Bitcoin mining rig that I invented is doing wonderful. It combines the dollar cost average and ownership of Bitcoin plus the purchase of the stock shares in all of these wonderful companies like Applied Digital, TerraWolf, HUD8, Riot Platforms, Cipher Mining, Core Scientific, etc. Let's look at Core Scientific. Stock's up big. Man, it's doing great, up about 4% and about $19 a share. So I combined both of the dollar cost average and ownership again of Bitcoin plus the blockchain ETFs, and I maintain about a 7-to-1 ratio. And it's just, I can mine Bitcoin from a synthetic perspective anywhere on the planet, just using existing platforms to do so without having to be tethered to all of the hardware and the ASIC miners and all that. So Bitcoin surging in price to a new all-time high today. So that's what I have, running about 17 minutes, folks. So just finished my water fast, do that and get my exercise on, feeling great, and please like and share, getting a lot of traction on my videos and going to be presenting them, publishing out on X. So I want to welcome all of my subscribers on X. You guys have been with me since 2007. So how's it going? And welcome to the artificial intelligence market. And check out, again, my ebook that you can read for free. So that's what we have. Let me check the weather on my agentic AI app that I own called weathermist.com. I check the weather every day, and I'm prepping for hurricane season. I'm in North Florida, mainly clear, feels like 82 degrees, even though it's 79. 40% humidity, 7 mile per hour wind. UV index is 7.75, no rain. And the AI alert on weathermist.com says that the weather is pleasant with no active alerts in your area, but to stay hydrated and wear sunscreen if you're spending time outdoors. Man, this Weather Mist app is amazing. It uses agentic AI combined with meteorology or weather forecasting. There's no latency with it too. It updates dynamically for weather patterns, thunderstorms and hurricanes and floods, and it's a great prepper supply too. So tell me what you think about weathermist.com. So Yahoo Finance is calling it too. We got this merger activity possibly with, I'm trying to research this a little bit. Dell and Hewlett Packard shares jump on, their shares are popping. Let's see. There's speculation, it says here, shares of Dell Technologies and Hewlett Packard jumped after a report from a website semi-accurate that NVIDIA was seeking an acquisition that would reshape the PC landscape. The website said NVIDIA had been negotiating for more than a year to buy a large company. So is Dell Computer and Hewlett Packard in play? It says that Dell Computer and Hewlett Packard, HP, are among the top PC vendors in the world. HP is based in Palo Alto, California, has 19% of the global market in the first quarter, trailing just below Lenovo Group, which has 27%. Also, what about Super Microcomputer? They're a competitor to Dell, so NVIDIA's been in the news with Super Microcomputer, just free speech, that's all. And so shares of Lenovo, which had a share of 27% of the market, according to Gartner Inc. Dell, based in Round Rock, Texas, has 17%. NVIDIA, the world's most valuable company, is the biggest manufacturer of computer chips to power the AI infrastructure for data centers with the artificial intelligence. Chief Executive Officer Jensen has been leading advocate for the use of AI across the economy, urging companies to experiment with how the emerging technology can help their business models. Wow. So NVIDIA has invested $70 billion in partners and customers in the fiscal year that ended January to help further AI. Dell also manufactures artificial intelligence AI computer servers that uses NVIDIA chips and predicted it will generate about $50 billion in revenue from that business alone in the current fiscal year, which ends January of 2027. My goodness. Dell stock rose 6.3% to $189 a share in New York, trading after earlier gaining as much as 7.6%. HP increased 2.3% to 18.68 after earlier jumping close to 6%. It says here that Dell, Hewlett-Packard, and NVIDIA did not immediately respond to requests for comments. So we got news. Are the arbitrage community going to step in? Dell Technologies shares climbed Thursday as investors assess the company's strong AI-driven growth and low valuation. The stock has risen 35% year to date and about 85% over the past 12 months. Wonder what Michael Dell would say. It trades 12 times forward earnings, a multiple some analysts view as modest relative to its growth trajectory. My goodness. Dell Computer, Super Microcomputer, Hewlett-Packard, things are heating up in the PC space. Now let's see what NVIDIA stock is doing. It's very active. But let me take a look here at NVIDIA stock shares and see how the arbitrage community, if NVIDIA is pulling the dippy dip, if they're going to make that large of an acquisition. Let's see here. NVIDIA stock is trading, we're running about 23 minutes. It's off this morning in pre-market, off about 2%. So you never know. NVIDIA could purchase all of them, but of course I would have to get approval to make sure there's no monopoly, on computer chips. So that's what we have, folks. Got a lot of exciting news here. The Straits of Hormuz and North Korea, South Korea, China, Russia, the Crimea Peninsula, the war, peace in the Middle East, the Ukraine, United Arab Emirates and Dubai and Qatar, Saudi Arabia. What's going on with the oil market? You tell me what you think. Your opinion matters. So leave comments below, everyone. So have a great day. And I say this every day. I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. I have it now. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.